Anyway, alright, we're back. Game 2 with REXXARS taking on Reason Gaming. And REXXARS taking the first game, which is impressive for two reasons. First of all, Reason Gaming finished 3rd place in previous cycle? Yeah, they did. And REXXARS bowed out in the 5th, 6th spot. And secondly, REXXARS actually lost 2 of their members as well, something we really didn't mention in the first game, but Serenia and Zibe leaving the team, and Support and Yellow Train getting picked up. So the fact that they're able to take a game off a team as good as Reason and put themselves in position to, in fact, win a series, not bad. Good stuff from them so far.
Good draft. Or, I mean, it was a decent draft. It's just that Reason's draft was worse. I think.
Well, I think
Does that
Reason's
sound
draft
about
was,
right?
I really liked their draft except for the Wild Soul. So
yeah, but that makes the complete draft.
Right. So it screws the draft entirely. But I feel like it's not fair. It's not like they made 4 bad picks, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like writing off the whole draft because 1 pick was really bad is kind of like saying.
But also the support Magnus, like, I like it, but when there's no other team fight hero, like Chipper does decent amounts of team fights. Chipper does alright, but as a support Magnus, it's really difficult. I mean, he did a great job.
Yeah.
TPS did an absolutely fantastic job at it, but you want that Magnus to be level 16, and at the end of the game, he wasn't level 16, was he?
Right. I mean, that's fair. I think I don't really want to put any blame on Priceless for that game because I think he played more or less out of his mind and like he did everything he possibly could have. And if I really think if they had even a decent time in mid or top, they probably would have won that. But Zane and Bray just got crushed. So when you had those 2 heroes do that badly for as long as they did, and Bray never even really recovered. Like, he just got endlessly ganked, and his Chipper's a snowball hero, so it's not like he has a really great recovery mechanism, and it showed. So
it's like when you don't have a pebble, there's no snowball in the end, you know?
Right.
Like, you know, usually it's a rock, it's not just a ball of snow.
Sometimes it's a ball of snow. Have you seen those, like, snow rollers? It's crazy. They're like cylinders.
Yeah,
how does that even happen?
We don't have snow. We don't have snow where I live.
Oh, do you?
Like, really, like, we just don't get snow. It's just fucking rain.
Really? Don't you live like that? What the hell are you talking about?
Dude, the Netherlands gets maybe like 10 centimeters of snow a year. Like, literally that.
So you get some snow.
Like some, but not enough to make a snowball.
Right, but like, I don't get snow. Like, it hasn't snowed where I live in probably 10 years. Maybe longer. Probably longer. It's been, like, I live in a desert. You get snow. Don't worry about it.
I live next to the ocean. Anyways, game. Puppet Master.
There's a game.
Boy.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, so Hellborn are, except for the Deadwood first pick, which is real weird, in my opinion. Not necessarily the hero,
No. They've been playing it a lot.
Hero.
They've been playing a lot.
Okay.
Believe me. Reason has been playing a lot of Deadwood, and they do it really well.
I have no actual real problem with them picking the hero. I'm weirded out that they picked it first. But anyway, they picked the Behemoth Nier and the Puppet Master Imba. So, yeah, that's good. First couple of bans, by the way, were Doctor Repulsor and Ophelia for Balboa, Parasite, and Soplay getting taken out. For Imba and Legion side, starting it off with Magnus, Empath, and Bubbles. So some AoE potential, and some more of it this time, as Bubbles can complement the Magnus. Plus, Support going to be playing Empath once again, the hero that he is famous for.
Well, really?
Yeah, Support's playing Empath. It's not fair. I think Support's a very good support player, and he's got a hero pool that's more diverse than his Empath. It's just he had that breakout performance at DreamHack with Empath where it was like, oh my god, this is amazing, and now he's really the person that brought Empath in the competitive scene. But like, Support's a good all-around support player, so
yeah, I'm like that just goes to show like that you see that from his warding, and like last game he used a lot of money because did you see the amount of rev wards everywhere?
Yeah. And he bought dust and stuff like that.
A shit ton of money. He got a lot of dust, so he like gimped himself. He completely screwed up his own farm. But sometimes that's what's necessary, especially with the Swiftblade who had like 600 GPM in the end. Yeah.
I mean, him pressing R and getting into Swiftblade in those team fights was all the work he needed to do, pretty much. I mean, the additional damage is just ridiculous.
a tablet wouldn't even have helped that much on him.
Right.
Like 2K Gold, where instead they managed to get maybe 2 or 3 kills just because of the support items that he got, like the dust and all of that.
And avoid some deaths as well.
Exactly. And I mean,
yeah,
it's just like it's that and the fact that.
All right, I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm dying.
Okay, look,
I'm too tired for this.
These bans, man. Rocky Balboa has banned Aluna, Pharaoh, and Wild Soul.
Aluna,
why?
Reason is known to play Aluna.
Okay.
Zane plays a really good Pharaoh. Wild Soul is retarded. But that.
Okay, Zane does play a very good Pharaoh. I will definitely give you that one. Pharaoh overall actually has had some issues in the last couple of cycles. He's not done all that well. Outside of that, Wild Soul, yeah, I mean that just doesn't make any sense. Aluna's terrible. All right, it's just terrible. Stop picking it, people. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Semi-sport, go. Semi-sport, go. Semi-sport, Aluna, go. Go.
I mean, it worked once when they picked it up and put it on Imbaboy. They won that game, but I mean that was A, one game, and B, they have Puppet. So it's not like they're gonna pick Aluna and put, Imbaboy on Aluna and then put Puppet on like Bray or something like that. That'd be weird. They're not gonna do that. Yeah, anyway, that's really weird. Clanks, Tempest, and Dark Lady be banned out from Imbaboy, which makes a lot of sense to me, because that's going to force the Legion side to go for a Solstice, as they want the jungle option. And other two would complement the Legion's lineup very nicely. Obviously, Tempest and Magmus, a pretty solid combination, as is Bubbles for that matter. And Clanks has a lot of potential. Really, really good hero.
Yeah, I like Solstice a lot nowadays. He is such a fantastic ganker, and I think Reason is known to play weird tri-lanes. Like it's... Ooh, Rally. Another one you hate. But Puppet Master can be played in a tri-lane, defensively or offensively. He's quite strong in both of them because of all the disables that he has, and just because he has 600 range, has quite a lot of auto attack damage. He's just great in the tri-lane.
Right.
So Solstice kind of nullifies that, though. Solstice just says, I'm gonna gank you, and there's nothing you can do about it because I have 700 health.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to shut down a Solstice in the same way that you shut down a Parasite, because a Parasite needs to creep. Solstice just needs level 2.
Yeah, that's one of the advantages of Solstice as well, is he doesn't use mana, really, when he's farming the jungle, and Parasite often has issues with that. You can see him building Blood Chalices, which then hurt his health, and if you're a solid Parasite player, like some people are, you can manage that okay, but it still can become an issue. I need Leech and stuff like that, but I need to use Infest too, and you definitely see situations where he has some issues ganking purely because he doesn't have enough mana, but Solstice does not have that problem. Of course, Solstice doesn't farm the woods all that quickly, especially early on, but...
he can farm 300 GPM if he's uncontested, but you really just want to gank with Solstice, because that's where his strength lies. And ganking is often more, it's worth it for him to gank. To waste that time, get out of the woods, go gank, it's usually worth a lot more than him just sitting there. Because I played a game, like a practice game, where I played Solstice, and I sat in the woods and AFK farmed, and I got maybe level 7. With ganks, you could potentially get level 8 before it turns night. And that's the key moment. When it turns night with Solstice, that's when you get the ultimate that does a lot more than the day ultimate, and the charge does potentially more damage if there's sufficient lockdown.
Right. And I don't think it's even about necessarily getting kills. Getting kills is nice, but just putting the pressure on the lane too. You gotta make your presence felt. That's one of the reasons we don't see a lot of junglers, is because they're so passive. And Solstice doesn't necessarily have to be that way. So we'll see how Rocky Balboa plays it in this game, as they round out their draft on the Legion side with Soulstealer. Hellborn going to finish it off with Engineer. So the tri-lane is very possible here from Reason Gaming. Bray is going to be playing the mid Deadwood. Zane presumably a solo rally in some lane. But I wouldn't be surprised if Imbaboy, Nier, and Cheoli end up in the same lane.
I think they're doing a defensive tri-lane. They enjoy doing that with Nier's Behemoth. He just either pulls the lane, Willowkeeper style, or Willowkeeper created style, but then I guess Reason kind of continued it by putting it on Behemoth rather than, Root of Z's iconic Riftwalker.
Root of Z actually played it with Behemoth quite a lot as well, and Sync has done the same thing with the Behemoth jungle pulling strat. So it's made the rounds a little bit. It's made the rounds a little bit.
My team has done the same thing.
People have tried it, but I think Tree's still the #1 team for it.
Well, they're still the only ones who use Riftwalker. I mean, I play it sometimes.
That's pretty much true. And they're very good with it. Looks like we might actually see a 2-1-2 situation as Engineer's heading down to the bottom lane with Rally. And
I don't like this.
Yeah, I'm not sure about it either.
And they're doing nothing to stop his woods either, which is a pretty big deal.
I feel like, I mean, what's Soulstealer gonna be afraid of in this lane? Engineer cannot zone people, and he's gonna have a dual support or it's gonna be a dual lane anyway because Empath will be down here. So
I'm guessing that at level 3. Level 3 is going to be the key moment for Engineer and the Rally. But right now, it looks like...
That's a really weird
Okay,
ward.
so...
Sorry.
What? What is?
Priceless just dropped a ward in the bottom lane, just like...
Oh, yeah.
That's...
Hi. Man,
he
Reason has weird wards.
He did it right in front of Soulstealer, and they're not going to be able to see Solstice coming with that. It's not going to... Like, it's not going to give them enough vision, so... What's that for?
Yeah.
It's only useful if they have lane control and like Solstice comes up the back, I guess, for some reason, but...
And look at supports.
I don't get that.
Oh no!
They missed the compel, that's real bad.
And they have no mana pots on either NG or Rally.
Well, if they did, they'd probably get knocked off immediately anyway, so...
Well, you could take... Like,
well, you could step back,
make sure
I guess.
That doesn't happen. Yeah.
But then, I mean, like, Rally doesn't want to do that, because if he does that, he's not taking CS for 20 seconds. That's kind of a problem.
Okay, Solstice is going to farm this easy camp right now, and he should make his way to bottom immediately afterwards.
Yep.
This is such a kill situation when there's a wall with Empath. I mean, Rally is there to potentially compel the Engineer or himself through the wall, but if Solstice charge is coming up right after that...
Right.
I don't know if it's going to be very easy to
execute. Yeah.
Well, survive for the.
I think it's going to be. It's going to be difficult for REXXARS to execute that appropriately. They have to force the compel out from Rally with the wall and the demon hands. And actually, Solstice is coming here. Yeah, compel goes right onto Empath. She has a wall available, and we'll see who actually gets out of this. Empath probably is going to live. Oh my god, really? Is she going to die? No, she's not. Empath needs to drop the wall at some point, actually gets level 2, picks up the Essence Link, and all of a sudden, this is really, really bad. Rally should be falling here as well. Wall available, and yep, there it is. So, supports... He can play Empath, and...
Can he? I don't know.
That was a little bit risky. There's definitely a situation where he would have died there. I don't know what it was like in terms of the range of auto attack damage.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that. If I mean, if the Hellborn side had, you know how there's always 46 to 53 damage. If Engineer and Rally had hit to the maximum of their, you know, potential, they would have probably killed.
I think so too. That's what I'm saying.
Unless they did, and we're just like speaking bullshit right now.
One of two possibilities. Anyway, Deadwood in the middle lane gonna put a pretty good amount of damage actually on this Bubbles. He's hasted. Bubbles gonna take a health pot. Doesn't even get knocked off by Deadwood though, so that's not the greatest. And Courier is finally flown right there as it delivers a bottle to middle lane support. Actually dies to neutrals, and that was intentional considering he has 3 gold left. Just an easy port back to base. Gonna pick up some
only
regen.
now.
He's got 5 minor totems.
Yeah, I wanted to mention that. That's insane.
Yeah,
that's so strong against the man-up dual lane. I really, really like it. It's 253 gold. I mean, 275. 275 gold, right?
Something like that, sure.
Yeah, it's 275. And then you can buy 2 wards, that's 475, and then on top of that, you can buy regen.
Right.
It's strong. I love it.
Yeah, making use of that new ward slot. What the hell was that?
By Deadwood or by my voice?
Your voice. Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
It's a bad idea. Anyway, top lane, we haven't talked about this at all, but YOLO Train not having the greatest time. He is currently sitting on 0 CS, and the fissure completely did not work. And that would have been a kill if it did hit correctly, because Magnus has no mana to Lava Surge. So sad times from near, unable to grab that kill. YOLO Train still level 3, but having a pretty suffer time in the top lane. Middle lane it is Bubbles going up against the Deadwood, and both of them farming okay. Top Ruin is perhaps where it's going to spawn. Are they going to go for it? As it's going to be picked up by Deadwood. He's got a double damage. Could be a problem for this Bubbles. He has level 1 take cover, and bottom will be controlled by the Hellborn as well. So nice Rune ability there, but it's mostly going to be Imbaboy versus Big Arlong here. Puppet versus Soulstealer.
Oh, I don't like this.
What?
Iron Shield. Solstice.
Yeah, that's
300 gold
strange.
wasted.
Get alchemy spawns, buddy.
No.
Just,
No, but like, why not get a
Not-
bottle? They can continuously get kills at bot, and he'll have full health and mana at all times in the woods.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I'm not kidding, it's really, really strong.
Yeah,
I should know. I play woods.
Coming more and more around on the idea of bottle junglers, actually. I think Legionnaire is really, really strong with it. And,
Mid.
Oh, I'm completely missing that. I took my hand off the mouse. And Deadwood, yeah, gonna get caught by the Kelpie. Actually takes a stun here as well. He's gonna fall. We'll see if they can get anything else out of this. No, they can't, because Magnus is on the Legion team. But another nice gank there from Rocky Balboa. In fact, he gets the kill out of it. So nearly 300 gold per minute for this Solstice, just about 5 minutes into the game. And REXXARS taking a really nice early lead here. So, a Reason, maybe a little bit worried.
Again, yeah. They can go down to the losers bracket.
Yeah,
I don't think they faced that. Well, they have.
I don't think they went into the series realistically thinking we could get phase demotion to gold again. That's probably not what was going through their heads. It was like, oh, REXXARS lost a couple of players, and this will be an easy 2-0. Get a little bit of a tune-up game in.
We got third last time. It's fine.
I mean, that was their best performance, and REXXARS has had some issues, and etc. This is.
But now 70 GPM on YOLO Train.
Well,
he has done nothing.
Look, he's fine.
He's got 92 XPM.
I believe in YOLO Train.
There you go. Just now you said he was a crafty player.
Did I say that? That's not just now. I said it at the beginning of game 1.
Yeah, I know. Just now. That's like.
But I only said it because it's true. Correct.
But Soulstealer now getting level 6, not getting his ultimate, which is understandable. Why would you get your ultimate when you don't even have 40 souls to burst?
Right. He's a health bot here as well, and he's actually pretty substantially behind this Puppet Master in terms of farm, which is kind of surprising. He's 1-0-1, and PM has no kills.
Surprising.
Soulstealer sitting on just 28 creep kills, and Imboboy has 46. Like, that's just... That's close to perfect CS. I don't think it is, but it's close.
Well, I mean, you can do the calculation.
I don't want to.
Exactly.
I don't like numbers.
Yeah, you do. You're all about the numbers, Quincy. Stop lying.
Anyway, you will continue to get the creep kills here, because hey, why not? They do lose lane control a little bit, and that's going to allow YOLO Train to get up some levels. But here comes the Engineer, and they're going to look for this Magnus now, as there's the turret. Yeah, he's the steam bath. Do they not see that?
He went out of it.
Yeah, they're not going for it, but apparently I don't want this. And
I don't know what Soulstealer's going to do. Port? I don't know. Soulstealer could port, but
I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
He needs to keep his farm up in the bottom lane, because if Imboboy's doing this well, then he needs to contest it, and he's actually been able to do that, so he's catching up a little bit to this PM. But they're going to lose this top tier 1 tower if they don't defend it, and I think that's what's going to happen.
And bottom for Hellborn.
That's true too, so there's probably going to be some tower trading going on here. By the way, both heroes in middle are level 7, and Bray unable to find an instance to start punching things quite yet. He's going to be able to control the bottom
300 GPM.
And Invis picked up by Bubbles in the top lane. He actually used his kelp field recently. I assume that was offensively.
Most likely. But it's interesting that Embrace still has more GPM than the Bubbles, even though Plicticid got the support from the Solstice, and they managed to kill Deadwood.
Yeah.
So, it's going to be denied bottom.
Indeed it will.
This is a pretty big deal. This is a pretty big deal. This is not something you want as the Hellborn, as the Legion side right now.
Yeah.
Especially because Puppet Master is most likely going to either kill Magnus or get the tower not denied.
Or both.
Or just get the tower kill. Or both if YOLO Train, fills your expectations. Fills your expectations, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Swindle talking once about how he'd rather have a tower dead and denied than there, because obviously tower is very important for map control.
Oh,
Solstice? Alright, that's an interesting decision right there. He's gonna hit the behemoth, but just at the bow. Like, I don't know, not sure what the point of that was.
I'm super confused right now. Can you please explain to me what Rocky Boba thought? Can you ulti through this? Oh no.
Apparently not. Apparently not. It's a channeling spell, but it might be different. Anyway, yeah, they're gonna get the tower kill, and We'll see if Yellow gets out of this. He looks like he will. And here comes the Solstice as well. That's going to be a kill onto Near. Puppet Master going to get caught by the Kelp Field also, and Imbaboy definitely going to fall. Takes the stun. Not going to survive. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, actually, Bray also dies. So all of a sudden, we have a 6 hero kill advantage, 6-0 in favor of REXXARS. And they're taking a pretty good golden experience lead, despite the fact that they did get that tower killed in the top lane. And it was not denied. It's not bad.
Very interesting turn of events. I don't know how Embrame would have died bottom. Like, he has a rally behind him.
Yeah.
It would seem to me he could just be compelled away. And another thing that's interesting is that they stayed. Also, look at Near's build, please. Skill build.
Yeah, maxing the heavyweight. Alright, that's interesting. I prefer the enchant totem personally, but hey.
Yeah, same. Like, I prefer hitting crits for 900 damage.
Sorry, it's not enchant totem. That's Dota. It's enrage. This is what I get for watching DreamHack.
Or the Summit.
I didn't watch the Summit. But I'm still finishing on DreamHack. I haven't actually figured out the one yet, so don't
Mid?
Yeah, Deadwood, you could be in some trouble here. There's a word of sight in the background. Support will be able to find this out, and that's just a complete collapse onto Bray. There's no way he's getting out of that. Actually, though, Puppet Show onto Bubbles right here. That's going to be counter kill number 1 as the Whispering Helm Creep is there. Meanwhile, Rally going to get the stun and the kill onto Support. So, 2 for 1 at this point. Big Arlong finally coming in. Keg not going to connect. Energizer popped. And here comes Magnus off to the side looking for a stun. We'll get on them both. Ultimate from Solstice being charged. Does not hit anything, though, as they kill TPS Price before he can do anything. Magnus ends up falling his Puppet Show onto Solstice, but actually did a fair bit of damage to him. So, in the end, it's a 3 for 2 in favor of Reason Gaming. And
the danger of Puppet Master.
Yeah. Puppet Show, good spell.
Is it? I don't know.
It's a good spell.
God, we're doing this too much. We're doing this too much. I'm doing this too much. But yeah, Puppet Show managed to get 2 kills there. First of all on the Bubbles, and afterwards on the Magnus when Soulstealer was adding some damage to it.
And path to the top lane, inside of Bubbles, gonna jump inside onto this Behemoth, and that'll be a pretty easy kill. Support getting it with the Essence Link. Imbaboy and Bray trying to get a counter kill, but it's not successful, so Plicticit with a portal key already, sub 13 minutes, not bad. And I think Magnus needs to be given some priority farm at this point because he's got 100 GPM and he needs a PK. And he has the same amount of gold as Bubbles, but he doesn't have a portal key. So, it's kind of bad. Just saying.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like the Red Boots thing, especially with the level advantage that he has. You know, like Song of the Sea plus Shell Surf.
Yeah.
A lot of damage early on, and the silence especially deadly to a rally. I would say rally.
And I like this in just to shut down this Behemoth a little bit. He's only got 150 GPM. He hasn't gotten any kills. He's 0-2-0, and he really needs a portal key. So, out of a lot of support heroes like additional items, Behemoth really needs a portal key. So, if they can slow him down, he's going to be a lot less effective.
Magnus needs a portal key even less than Behemoth, in my opinion.
Right. I mean, I'm not sure if there's any hero that's
or
any support hero. Yeah,
they just walked up to him.
He's just like, well, you're dead now.
They literally walked up to him to do that. And I like the heavyweight build right now. It helps him farm with Enrage. If you know what I'm saying. Like, he can save mana, farm jungle creeps using Enrage. So if there's a triple stacked easy camp, the Fissure only costs 120 mana now, because it's not leveled, and Enrage 50 mana for 150
bottom lane, meanwhile, Energy Field gonna go down onto support, gets punched in the face. Solstice ultimate once again completely whiffing, and Rocky Balboa has not had a good time when it comes to Arlong gets the counter on this Ward of Rev before supports dies, so that's gonna block the next pull attempt for these Ancients, and by the time they I know it was just place, excuse me, so they probably will try to deward this once again.
Rally has terrible farm.
Anyway, Rally does have
he's
terrible
getting a
farm.
PK.
Oh,
I think he's getting a PK first item. Well, like 250 when you're in an aggressive dual lane. You want to be around 300.
Yeah. Anyway, top lane. It's going to be the jump onto Bubbles, and the take cover was really not used very well right there. The strings on Bubbles, and he's not surviving this. Take cover again. Doesn't matter. Kelp Field into 2, completely wasted.
Oh, the courier.
Really? Really?
Really?
Really with the courier?
Really? Like, come on.
I've seen so many couriers die in like the last week. It's ridiculous. I don't understand why people are failing to do that. Anyway, Magma's gonna get some ancient farm here, but obviously Solstice will be taking the vast majority of the actual kills on those. And again, please, for the love of Christ, will you just give Yellow Train like the short lane so that he can go farm something? Please, 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 please. He needs a portal. Like, a 91 GP at Magnus is gonna do nothing for you. This is a 4v5 right now because of his inability to get any farm.
And Empath might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Come on, Zane. Wow.
No,
they didn't
apparently
see each other.
not. Well, the wall actually should have spotted the Ward of Revelation right there, and he's not going to go for it. Maybe he's figuring it's too dangerous to start counter-warding it. By the way, Ion Stone on Empath. He's currently seeing
I like it a lot.
DD? It's a refreshment. I can't tell.
Yeah, I mean neither, but it's super strong.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good item to pick up, especially on Empath. You're just chilling inside someone, and look, here, regen. And
or double
the broken
D
thing,
or something.
What?
Or double damage or invis. Yeah, you can just start passing stuff around. It's good stuff.
Yeah. But also with Empath, oh, he's buying a courier. Cool. Because their courier died.
Anyway, speaking of Yellow Train, he does get the short lane farm there, and he pays for it. So, sorry.
When you have a hero like a Soul Stealer, right? When you have Ion Stone with Illusion or DD or Haste, it can be a huge deal during a team fight. You just like spam illusions of Soul Stealer and they deal quite some damage because, I mean, it's a third, but you have 3 illusions that last a very short time, but it could mean the difference between a kill or not a kill.
And it can perhaps even create some confusion among your opposing team. I mean, we've seen a number of spells get used on illusions, but...
Talking about an illusion rune.
Yeah, top lane, Empath will get it, as well as Ion Stone it. Doesn't pay for that. So, does Zane really like support or something? Are they just like really good friends?
Yeah, I don't know.
And
but Behemoth with his 190 GPM managed to pick up a PK at 60 minutes, which is a good timing. I mean, he didn't really get much, and still he got the PK at a decent timing. He just needs level 11 now, and then heads are going to roll.
Yeah.
Reason is already ahead, but I don't know. I don't know how much more, like, how much more of an invitation they need to start pushing towers. With a Behemoth PK and Puppet Master Shroud, let the split push happen, right? And PK on Deadwood, PK
just as
on
importantly,
Rally.
no PK on Magnus. I mean, the counter jump here from the Legion side is going to be a bit of an issue. Top lane Puppet Master just going to be like, hello Mag, you're dead. And going to take the Kelfield stun. Is he going to be able to get out of this? Nope, he's not, because Solstice is there with a portal key of his own, so it's just Portal Key City in this game, apparently. We've got 3 on the Hellport side, and 3 on the Legion side, and we're expecting at least 1 more from the Magnus at some point. Wouldn't be surprised if Engineer tries to get one, although it's going to be difficult.
I love the PK on Solstice. It's so nice. You can put your... Either you can initiate... Oh, Solstice. Talking about Solstice.
I'm not really sure what your plan is there, Rocky Balboa.
And Zane. What is Zane doing?
Your team isn't there, friend. They've left.
Friend?
You're just
he didn't have any friends.
And it's not like the tower was 1 hit away from dying either. That was like the first damage that's been done to it.
I think he felt like he could PK out of any danger, but the danger was real.
No. They have 3 portal keys in the Hellborn team too.
Yeah. You know, Rocky Balboa overestimating his ability with reactions and stuff, but what's there to react to when it's on your face?
Yeah. Before
you can react to it, right?
Or if you're just gonna stand there and you get hit by a Rotten Grasp, like
that's what I meant.
There's also that too, or the Fissure from long range. I mean, all sorts of stuff. By the way, I wanted to address something. Twitch chat mentioning Magnus's issues and another person coming into his defense, which is appropriate because I mean Magnus just had an unwinnable lane in the top. He was not going to get anything against Behemoth and Puppet Master, and yeah, there isn't really a lot of space for him at this point because Big Arlong on the Solstice they're soaking up pretty much all of the farm. I don't think, and Solstice
which is a mistake.
What's really left, but well, I mean, is it though? He needs the items.
Yeah, but Magnus needs the portal key.
Magnus needs the portal key, but like,
okay, like
I don't know what you do.
The way that they're gonna defend towers.
Well, they're gonna defend towers by getting aggressive middle lane and killing Zane. Oh, the counter ultimate there from Behemoth onto 3 heroes, fantastic. But there's not enough damage, and they're gonna break this off. All of a sudden, Big Arlong gonna be in a lot of trouble. He should be falling here as a response. YOLO Train off to the side. also dying, and really nice initiation. Someone. But yeah, Bray trying to get the punch here. Can't find anybody. They don't have any vision, and they will also deny the tier 1 in middle lane.
Come on, go punch someone in the face.
Apparently not. See it. It's going to be a tier 1 tower push
Solstice,
as well.
Hiding. Ooh, but they're going to scout out the bubbles.
Yeah, okay, Bubble's going to get the PK on out. And that's going to be a tier 1 in middle lane. Teleport is cancelled. No, that wasn't a teleport, that's a turret. Anyway.
Behemoth, TPing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what your plan was there, Mr. Behe. Rotten Grasp is not going to connect either, and I'm guessing Nier's not going to fall, not going to survive here. And Envoy looking for something else with the Assassin Shroud, but can't find it. Deadwood just trying to run on out of there. PK up in a couple of seconds, and he's the clear cutting active as well, so it shouldn't be a problem. Solstice with the animation, and actually his spell went off, but
yeah, he got out of the max range for the charge. Similar to Legionnaire. They both have that charge, yeah. Popping the Regen Rune. Is it going to get cancelled by a dragon? No, it's not.
Zane in the bottom lane, getting a little bit aggressive here, but there's no PK on Magnus. He's still going to find the stun, and so will the Solstice. Compel away, though, from Rally. Should be just fine. Has a PK up, and he'll get out of there no problem.
Quincy, can we arrange an interview with that Mag player?
I've got Yellow Train on my Skype, sure.
I do too.
Let's see how he feels about this game.
Yeah, you want to get him into it?
And by the way, Arlong going to be spotted out by a ward that was just dropped by this engineer. I think he's probably, like, suffering really hard and not having a fun time at all. Which, again, isn't really his fault. It's just like, what do you do? By the way, speaking of Soul Stealer, I feel like his farm should be much better than it is. He's got 433 gold per minute, and...
It should be 600.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 500 GPM on Puppet. Like, Puppet should not be out farming a Soul Stealer. It just shouldn't happen. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Empath, you're real dead.
But then again, there's no jungler on the Hellborn side, and even though Solstice might not be taking all of the wards,
speaking of Solstice, now he's taking death as he gets caught out by the portal key from Bray, so...
He's taking death now. That just sounded so strange.
Look, I'm trying to segue. I meant to say he's taking a death. Did I not say the A part?
No, you said he's taking death.
I'm sorry, it's possible. Sometimes my I just
in the form of Willowmaker. Yeah.
Occasionally.
Dude, Willowmaker though.
Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, well, Mayan gonna find Solstice. That'll stop his portal key on out. Illuminate catches a couple of heroes, but not enough to find and kill anybody. Zane will be pushing the bot tier 1 tower as well. This should be a tower kill, especially because it doesn't seem like the Legion have the resources or desire to defend it.
The Hellborn have overrun a Legion.
And you know, Behemoth Illusion scouting, always nice to have. And Behemoth is he's just waiting. He's like, I know that I can get a great ulti off if they decide to waste a bunch of shit on Zane. So, like, it's something that should be expected because Behemoth is always missing from the map. But at the same time, you know, he might not be there. He might just be farming somewhere. Like farming in the woods, or farming somewhere else, or just doing something else, baiting with, you know, Imba Boy instead of Zane. But it's just difficult to really know without any wards there.
Yeah. So, Arlong trying to get his farm back up in the bottom lane, only 400 gold per minute, and this is becoming a problem, I think, on the Solstice, the lack of GPM on him. Solstice probably would be liking to pick up his farm a little bit too, but he doesn't really need to. They just can't compete with this Puppet.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, it's night now, so this is like prime time for Solstice ganks, only...
Right.
Like, I mean, with the PK day is also prime time for Solstice ganks, but... This is when it's teamfight time, I guess, for Solstice with the ultimate. And it's really hurting them that Magnus does not have the PK because he needs it to be able to set up kills with the Soul Stealer ulti. Like, that combo is really strong. He should have used this W first. Oh,
Bubble's going to run into 3 heroes, and yeah, you're dead.
How did they get there, is what you wonder then.
Veiled Rot.
Yeah. Did they though?
Yeah. Anyway, bottom lane, they managed to get Soul Stealer, and they're gonna get Solstice as well, so all of a sudden 3 cores dead on the Legion side. Only a support and Magnus are alive. 250 gold between them. 250 gold per minute between them. But I think Magnus will survive, considering the ultimates are not available from the Hellborn team, but
also, Soul Stealer's build, like, he didn't really go for a farming build, whereas Imba Boy did. That, like, we might be saying, oh yeah, you know, Soul Stealer should have a lot more farm, but he really didn't go for a farming build, so it's difficult for him to keep up with a Whispering Helm Puppet Master so he can stack his own Ancients.
I was going to mention that because I really didn't like the first item Portal Key on him. It's not like they really wanted to go all that aggressive. Bubbles got an early PK, sure, but Magnus definitely didn't. And they really just haven't made too much use of the Soul Stealer Portal Key at all. Meanwhile, Magnus going to get a 2-man stun here and gets the Steam Bath off, but I don't know what his plan is now. He can't PK out of this, so now he's just dead.
He was trying to get the deny, but he was too late.
Okay, but
I think.
Alright. Anyway, well, Empath gonna stun the Behemoth, but that's not gonna matter. He'll just walk this off.
We were talking about Storm Spirits last game, and guess who picked one up?
I'm looking.
Behemoth.
Okay. He did? I missed
Pretty
it.
nice. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't sign in inventory. Sorry, I wanted to finish off the Soul Stealer point because how does he think he's going to get his PK ulti off in these fights? They have a lot of interrupts.
He's the Magnus.
Like, but even then, I mean, he's probably not going to get an ulti off in a team fight. They've literally got
with a Shorkan.
they have 5 heroes that have multiple ways to cancel it. So it's just.
I mean, once he gets a Shorkan, then it'll be a lot easier.
It's still not going to be guaranteed.
I mean, Deadwood's still just going to punch him in the face.
Yeah, can punch him in the face, exactly. And I think Rally Stun goes through it, right? Or is it? No, right, the stun is magical, the damage is physical, or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's always annoying when spells are, like, mixed like that. It's very confusing. Top lane, they're looking to engage, I mean, like Drunken Master stuff, I think, is weird.
Drunken Master is all physical, though.
Anyway, Engine's gonna drop the ultimate, but actually 2 heroes jump into it. It's gonna do a lot of work. We see an ultimate from Behemoth coming out, and the Legion side is gonna start falling apart here. Rocky Bob on the second one to die. Yellow Train Magnus also falls. There goes the Soul Stealer and support, and that's the game. As Reason taking the second game of this series. Ends up a 1-1 tie at this point, and they needed that one.
They were just playing what they're comfortable with, though. Like, this is Reason right now. This is just Reason. I don't know what else to say.
I mean, we said at the beginning of the draft, like in the first 3 picks, they've got Imboy, Puppet Master, and Near Behemoth. Like, and apparently Bray plays a good Deadwood, which is a new thing I didn't know, but evidently it's the case. It's 397 GPM.
We've seen it in scrims. That's why I was able to call it. But really well played by them. They played exactly as they needed to. I mean, there were a few mistakes here and there, but nothing that can be salvaged.
Yeah, and they sort of did get handed a couple of gifts. I think there were a couple of misplays by REXXARS, but it's not like it was entirely just REXXARS throwing this game. I mean, that's the Reason Gaming that we're used to seeing. That's the Reason Gaming that did very well in Cycle 6, and that didn't really show up in Game 1. So it's going to result in a 1-1 series tie. So Reason Gaming going to be forcing a Game 3 right here, and this is the round of 8, which means that neither team's necessarily going to get dropped down to Gold Division as a result of losing the series, but you don't want to, because then you have the potential to get dropped down to Gold Division by going to Loser Bracket round 1. Alright, and that'll do it for this game. We'll be back in a sec with Game 3 of the series.